Hello and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. We are in the final act in Breath Ehrman. Not sure if this is only this dungeon. I know that this act is very short, but we'll see about that. We also have a level up for Kana. Let's take care of that first. Okay, lore can't be upgraded, stealth can't either, so survival it is. Mercy and kindness followed wherever she walked. All allies receive more endurance from healing effects. Oh, nice. With all your strength, slay the beast. The chance increases allies' accuracy and damage against all enemies of the beast type. I think I'll go for mercy and kindness. Yeah. And it's probably good to have this as the first one, because this is the chance number 1. I'll have to change it as well, yeah. Let's remove all of them. This one as well, and then we'll see. We need this, but is 5th. Can I just put it at the 1st? Is that possible? I'm not quite sure. Let me have something that's giving move speed maybe? No, that's just move speed, not attack speed. Endurance, but minus endurance. Is this aura? Can I have something positive? Maybe like attack speed would be nice. But I don't see attack speed. Deflection. Defense against confused, dominated, charmed. I don't see anything like that, like to make everything faster. Maybe I removed it, but then I don't get it. I thought I had not removed anything from his phrases. Okay, let's maybe do this 1000 first. Then this. Wait a second. Let me do the burning effect first. Then this. Healing. Then we go with something that attacks the enemies. Okay, that is really not that much, to be honest. Full aura frightens. Defense against frightens. Let's see, what else do we have here? Deflection, defense. I think I'll go for the frightened one to frighten enemies. And last but not least would be defense against frightened, I think. Yeah, what was it here? Defense against frightened, frightened duration, terrified attacks. Okay. Alright. Okay. Is that active? Okay.
Yeah?
Perfect. Now, let me save the game again, and we will go on. In Breath Ehrman. How big is this area? Okay, it's not too small. We should probably sneak.
Hello?
Sure. And what do we have here?
That's good. There's more traps. I should be able to see them, hopefully. Interesting place here. A Spectre with level 7. Alright, should be doable. See another one here, but it sees us? Yeah, it sees us, okay. Okay.
Whew, good thing I sold most of my jewelry.
That was quite doable. I didn't see those here. What does it say? A millennium's worth of dust fills in the cracks and crevices of the skeletal relief. And that's the same, okay.
And what do we have here?
Another trap that I can disarm, very nice. More specters here, let them come to us.
Not exactly.
Okay, we all need to come closer in case I miss a trap. I don't want to miss. Oh, I'm confused for a second. Okay, well, it's okay. What do we have here? The pillar tugs at your essence. A pulse from the world itself moves through
Hey
it.
there.
Soul airdrop
Sure.
prison. Okay. I see more here.
Yeah?
Let's go in. Okay, first another. Let's go for this element.
That looks like it hurt.
I have them!
Then the spectre here. Then this spectre. And this spectre.
Mm-hmm.
Proacted! Will they Ansawu?
And within shield, -10 accuracy. Okay. That's a bit much. -10 accuracy. Let's go
There's
around
something you
this
don't see every day.
pillar, and I will. Oh, maybe that was the bad decision to go here.
Will they Ansawu?
I can manage. That's
Give me a real challenge.
good. All right, that wasn't a big deal. It's good to
Yeah?
have so much reflex. I mean, resolve. That's the one I will dump in the next game, so it will be interesting. I have no idea which way to go, so let me save and we will try this here in the northwest first. Holy hell, that's many specters, but we'll take care of them. How about some defensive spells?
That's it! That's exactly what I was... I'll teach you a lesson! That's it!
Good, good, good. And the last one here.
Proacted! Will they Ansawu?
Thankfully, we're already so good that we can kill everyone without me
And what does the flame reveal?
micromanaging all the time.
Give me a real challenge.
It's good that I focused on mechanics. I will also focus on mechanics in the second game because I think that's helpful. And I don't want everyone to have this. I think my main character can have it only, and that will be enough. The pillar tugs at your essence. A pulse from the world itself moves through it. Soul Guardian pillars. Come here, come here. Let's go.
That's it!
This isn't what...
Oh, someone is healing them.
What?
Well, in that case, I can have some, as well.
Will they Ansawu?
Okay.
Sacred
Alright, we got it.
Will they Ansawu?
Back
I'll
to
see
stealth,
what I can find.
and we continue. I hope there's no trap here that I will be missing, but so far they were all just level 9, and I think we are level 11. I can check. Mechanics level 12. Okay, so it should be doable with everything in here. Only in the DLC I had some problems with that.
This calls for a subtle touch. Give me a real challenge.
Exceptional breastplate. Okay. Smooth guardian pillars. Okay, let's continue then. Yeah, I still have no idea where I'm to go, but I'll just follow the way. Oh, what do we have here now? Iovara. A column of Aja rises above you, stoic and silent, its rigid layers a measuring stick for the passing of ages. It feels to you as a thick block of ice, and you perceive buried deep in its core a dim, flickering flame, all but extinguished, yet preserved against the ravages of the elements. At your approach, the flame seems to steady you and draw strength, and the layers separating it from you melt away. And you are bathed in its glow, a bright beacon in the gloom. I put my microphone a little bit further away because I have a feeling that it's a bit too loud compared, and my voice is going to be sounding a bit weird if I do that. Okay, let's do it like this. I think it should be fine. The glow seems to fade, as though you had adjusted it to its intensity, and where it was, Iovara seeps into existence, an aeolic shade hovering above the moist prison floor. Though ageless, she appears somehow different to you now. A slight stoop to her carriage, perhaps, or a trace of sunkenness in her eyes. There's a broad scar across her face, fibrous and wormy where flames once slept, unhealed even in death.
Hello, brother. It has truly been ages. You are so different now from who you were then, yet much remains the same. Old troubles with a new face. What is it that has brought you here?
I'm here to free you. Yes.
A gallant gesture, if a bit misguided. And yet I suspect there is more to this than you have said. I can only guess your presence here has something to do with Theos. The energy of this place changes when he is near. I don't know what he has done, but I do know of the souls that pass through here now. They do not come by choice.
Theos diverted them from the cycle. He seeks to empower Werdica and to blame Animancy for the damage he's caused.
After all this time, he would still stand against the tide.
She shakes her head. You knew me when Theos did. There's something I need to know about that time.
I will tell you what I remember.
Iovara nods. There's something about that lifetime my soul can't let go of. I need to know what it is, and I'm running out of time. I see moments from that life, of you, of the Inquisition, of Theos.
I can see his influence, still hanging like a weight about your neck. So it always was. He had inspired something in you. We spoke of him the last time you were here also. It was just after the trial. You were agitated. I think because you started to consider that what I was teaching may have been true.
And what was that? Iovara's mouth tightens and her brow furrows. A look of pity. Her eyes shift back and forth between each of yours, as if looking for something that would help her decide whether to speak.
That the gods aren't real.
She sighs.
I'd dreaded the idea from the moment the Delimgon suggested it. And yet, it almost feels like a relief.
I mean, we know they're there, but if they are not gods, then they're just like very powerful beings, or what you're gonna say? Or are they just impersonated and someone is impersonating them? What does it mean?
She's not serious.
Perhaps not to her. Many are those whom the gods have scorned. This is petty retribution. There's a theory puts my boldest to shame. But we ourselves have seen the gods' influence.
What I taught was that the gods whose faith we had been spreading were not gods at all, but something else entirely. Something created by people.
Okay. How did you discover this?
The Nguithan missionaries all knew it, but they never told the rest of us. They meant it to be a secret that died with them, and in the end, they allowed their bloodlines to fade from memory. I had been assigned to join a few of them at a temple. I found the door to their chambers closed, but the room was stone and the door thin. Their voices carried. I heard enough. I investigated the things they spoke of, and everything was there, just as they said it'd be.
Later on, after I left the Order, a few Engwithans found my words persuasive and joined my cause. They revealed what I did not already know. Who created these gods, and for what?
They were conceived by Engwith, a society of high minds and broad concerns. Theos's people. In their time, every people worshipped its own gods. Sometimes they warred over it. After a few wars of their own, the Engwithans sought an end to it. They devoted all their energy to finding the true creators. Generation after generation, they prodded and worked the stitching of the world and unlocked its secrets. One day, they found an answer. Except the answer was no answer at all. There were no gods to be found. Or if there ever were, they were gone. It shook them, this finding. If they could discover this on their own, how long until others would? How long before war and chaos reigned over a world without consequence? But they had mastered many things in their pursuit of these answers. And with their mastery, they crafted their own gods to fill the void, and sent missionaries to the corners of the world to spread their faith.
I see, but we talked to the gods, so are these Engwithans that somehow made it to a different plane of existence? And they are now communicating with us, impersonating these gods? That's I'm not sure what it means then. And this is why you started your own faith.
I never thought of it as faith, but I think you are right to call it that. Let the world see. Let them decide what to do. That was my faith. I became a missionary because the gods brought me hope that I wanted to bring to others. For a time, the truth sent me to a dark place. Then the day came when I realized nothing had changed, that I still had a purpose, and the purpose was the same and it was worth living for. I began questioning the other missionaries in public, exposing their parlor tricks. In time, their following became mine.
Is it true what you taught?
You asked me this once before. Nothing I can say would be any proof, and it may be certainty your soul craves. Resolution. But if you are bound for the same place Theos directs these souls, you will see for yourself, as you once did. Everyone faces this truth at one time or another. Few confront it. Few have the stomach to ask what if. And in avoiding the question, they deny themselves an identity of their own.
Iovara scans her audience in silence, her eyes thoughtful, lingering on each member of your company in turn, finding interest in things unseen.
What if all the tragedy, all the persecution, came in defense of an imposter?
She looks to Idair.
That's not... That can't be right. Aethys, he's done miracles for people.
The power of the gods is undeniable. The truth of the story they weave is not. What if it were forbidden knowledge rather than fault that earned your doom? What of your guilt?
She turns her attention to the Rans.
I have seen with my own eyes the deceptions of my goddess. The Watcher has shown me as much. But it was not until now that I understood how truly desperate she was. The depths of her deception.
So if I understand it correct, are those like Ingwithans that impersonate gods because they got stronger and have power now? So basically they are like they became gods. However, they are not real gods. This is what I understand from this.
You speak of her deceptions, but what of your own? Was it her words that led you down your path? Or was it the absence of her words? A gap that you filled with your own broken thoughts?
Beads of sweat coalesced on Durance's forehead and trickled down the sides of his face in streaming rivulets, as though he were a block of ice standing before a great pyre.
What if you had always been alone, without guidance?
Her eyes settle on Aloth.
Well, as poorly as I've chosen my guides, I suppose it would be a comfort to know that I'm free of them.
Aloth folds his hands behind his back, furrowing his brow.
The freedom has always been. It was the guidance that was the illusion. If all our common threads are spun from a lie, what's left to bind us together?
She looks up at Rakana Rua.
All of us across Eora are trying to survive, to make sense of the world. What could better bind us together than that struggle?
Kana bows his head in thought.
We'll find our own truths. Make them if we must. We don't need an ancient lie to bolster us. United, the Angwithans created gods. Mortal men and women coming together to do the impossible. Let us surpass them.
She locks eyes with Manea.
What if no god had the authority to relieve our burdens or absolve our sins?
Are the gods any less important because we created them?
Manea angles her head and screws up her expression.
If what we're saying is true, people made the gods because they needed forgiveness, guidance, grace. Things we're not so good at offering one another. For the first time in decades, I feel whole. And it was the power of a god that made me so.
She thumps her chest.
Power it may have been, but not the power of a god.
You feel the weight of Iovara's translucent eyes upon your soul. What if we can be assured of nothing? And the only value is in the things we create ourselves.
There is bliss to be found in the things we create, but sorrow as well. Every creation bears the imperfections of its creator, and its creator's creator. Art and song are creations, but so are weapons and lies. We must be careful that our creations do not consume us. I ask these things not to trouble you, but to show why they must be confronted. No answer is simple, but somewhere between them all lies a truth so beautiful, not even a god could conceive it. Do we not owe ourselves a chance to find our part in it?
We do. Even without assurances, there is still truth.
If that is truly what you believe, then you are a far different person than the one I knew. I've been alone here with my thoughts for so long now. I've found peace with my failures and with my punishment. I no longer curse fate for what might have been. But there is one thing that has clawed and scraped at my mind all these years. One thing that will not be put to rest until I know. Until I understand.
For the first time, hints of doubt trace her serene visage.
I need to know why you chose to remain with the Inquisition, even after you'd learned the truth. Do you remember?
As she asks, the memory springs to your mind immediately, as though it had just happened. Okay, I can decide what happened. I'm going to say I was afraid. I think that makes sense because we're now a different person, but I'll say that. I was afraid of what Theos might do to me if I didn't agree to do it.
Woodica gifted him a great many things, but his ability to manipulate was always his own. Good. Good. The things I taught, the things I believed. I needed to hear that. I needed to know it wasn't because...
Because I doubted you? I needed to know it wasn't because, after everything you'd learned, you'd still rather believe in a lie. If that is the conclusion people reach once they know everything, then my purpose has been a mistake. Did my opinion matter so much to you?
I've always looked up to you, since we were children. You had heard both sides, seen everything. If not you, then who?
You're never going to be able to convince everyone of anything, true or not. There will always be dissent.
I expected dissent, but I needed to know that true faith would prevail. Perhaps I've been wrong to place so much importance on one person's actions. It was all I could do to feel like there was an answer. Even knowing what you've told me, some part of me knows it doesn't truly answer what I wished to know, nor will an eternity of silent contemplation. I will have only my guesses and suspicions, and that will have to do. And what of your understanding of our past? Are you at ease with the choice you made?
I see the world differently now than I once did. I regret what I did to you and wish you forgiveness.
I have always forgiven you. Whatever your reason, no quarrel of ideas can sever ties of blood and essence. No parting of ways can erase memories of times without worry. Times when even without gods, we were never truly alone. At first I thought this might be the source of your soul's anguish, but now I see I was mistaken. You are not divided on this matter. You have put it behind you.
Diego
It
was
is with
granted...
Theos that your agony
Sorry.
lies, in sun and shadow. Your questions are not for me, but for him. And it may be that only an answer from the mouth of Theos himself will satisfy your needs.
Diego was granted steps to the wheel.
Yet if there is anything I can tell you that would be of use, ask and you shall know.
Are you bound here until the end of time?
In a matter of speaking. This is Breath Yamen, the court of the penitents. Souls are confined here until they repent. They must beg the forgiveness of a god, pledge their soul to them, and they will be lifted from this place to the world above. In truth, they receive leniency, but not true mercy. The spite of Woodica is eternal. They linger above, at the side of the old court, and are not permitted to leave the island, forever severed from the cycle. This prison was full once in the days of the Inquisition, but time weathers all things, even will. I'm the only tenant who remains. Yet, I feel their presence strongly now, as it was in the beginning. You have brought many of them here. They cry out for the judgment of Theos. You have struck some bargain with the gods, then.
The other guards aid me because they want Theos destroyed. I owe them no debt.
They aid you because they would bend you to their own purposes. Engwith built gods from ideals, and an ideal on its own is a grotesque and vicious thing. But these souls, these forgiven the gods have bequeathed you like chattel. They were loyal followers in life. They will be with you to the very end.
Why don't you repent? You could be free of this place.
Last time someone asked me that, I was bound to an iron wheel with a broken spine. There are many things I've come to doubt about the choices I made in life, but that trial was my one moment of certainty, even without a chorus of gods to tell me I had been right. The gods need to be reminded that we have a spirit, and that spirit is proof against their power. They have the power to manipulate and confuse and ruin us, but not to change our will. I will remain here until the world crumbles and fades from existence with joy in my heart, knowing I've shown them what they truly are.
This place, Sun and Shadow, what is it? I could tell you what I believe, but again, it would be no proof. I have only what I have seen and what others have told me about it. There's only one man who can tell you now, who knows it to a certainty, and you shall face him soon enough. I will leave you to see it for yourself, make your own judgments, better for your soul that way, I think. How is it you speak Aediran? I speak no language now, but the wordless expression of the spirit. It is through my connection to you that I am able to draw upon your words and from them as my own. Do you know what it is I need from Theos?
I could not say for sure. But you have been to Sun and Shadow before, and it came at a crossroads in your life, when much of what you knew had been upended. I have to believe it will come to you there. Your concerns then were of loyalty and trust and the gods. Everything I told you seemed to send you further into doubt. His words mattered to you when you knew him then. After you and I spoke, you went immediately to seek him out. Perhaps you simply sought confirmation from the man you trusted. If something from that time still troubles you, it may be something he told you then, or refused to tell you. He keeps secrets better than any in this world.
Why has Theos done all this?
He cares only for the secret he keeps locked away. He destroys anyone who might discover it, no matter their chances. That's why he's always favored Woodica. It isn't in her love of promises or justice. It's her disregard for the rules. Her willingness to do what is necessary. To Theos, she's not a deity, but an ally with which to conspire. When her power waxes, she does as she pleases with this realm, as well as hers. And she wants that secret guarded as much as he. If Theos succeeds, there will be a shift in the balance of power among the gods. Woodica was vanquished once, when the other gods decided she had gone too far, and her power diminished. With this infusion, there is no telling what she will do. The only certainty is that there will be chaos in their realm, as well as ours.
How can I get Theos to tell me what I need to know?
You will not find a more resolute being on all of Eora. There is no offer you could make, nor spell you could cast, nor pain you could inflict that would make him reveal what he hides. But I see you have become a watcher in this life. Perhaps in defeat, when he can no longer defend himself, you might learn something from him.
All right, it's time for me to go.
Theos will not wait for you. If you do not catch up to him now, you may never find him again.
If you hadn't planted doubt in my mind long ago, I'd be living a normal life right now, before I gotta repay you for this curse. No, that's very bad, no. The gods have given me the souls of the forgiven. If you repent, you could join with them. Help me strike the final blow against Theos.
If I repent, all I have done has meant nothing.
The divine seer is an illusion. You are a slave to the gods, bound to their rules, stuck in their system. Your continued existence is proof of the gods' dominion over all of us. You notice a bond now, one that has always been, an interleaving of her essence with yours at the extremities of her perception. You are tied to this woman's spirit, and you can feel a measure of control over it, as though you were its shepherd. What are you suggesting? I can disintegrate your soul, make you cease to exist. Then I would be no different than the other souls the gods have broken in this place. I do not wish to stop fighting them. The ultimate commitment to making a point is to sacrifice your own existence. As long as you are here, the gods know you value the life they gave you. For a long time, Iovara says nothing. Looking at her now as she stares off, the fatigue is unmistakable, as though her life had been some dream from long ago, and her imprisonment a day without end. Perhaps you are right. Perhaps there is a way to end this on my terms. She looks up at you.
It is a cruel fate to wait all this time to be reunited with my only brother, only to be forced to part soon after. But then, what is life but a series of brief encounters with those we love? I suppose I have waited long enough, and I do not wish to delay you any further. Come, let's be done with this once and for all. I am ready.
Disintegrate Iovara's soul. In your mind's eye, Iovara's soul becomes a doll of parchment. Your focus flies toward the doll in waves of sparks that gather in clusters at its feet. You push harder and the sparks engorge, dancing upward as flames that climb the base of the doll, curling it, peeling back the woven fibers and turning them a luminescent orange before fading them to purest black. The doll seems to hang there a moment as the last of the parchment is consumed by the last of the flame, leaving only a few tenuously connected strands to hold together its shape, like some intricate work of lace. Iovara tips her head slightly to you, and with that, the last strands give way, coming apart as particles of ash that scatter, carried on some invisible breeze into the nothingness beyond. She is gone. Alright, we've learned a lot. We have learned that the gods are not actual gods, but they didn't say it, but probably they were Ingwithans that became so powerful that they impersonated gods. Well, we're gonna continue and talk to Theos in the next episode, which is maybe the last episode of this playthrough, so we'll see. For now, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode of Pillars of Eternity. Until then, bye-bye.